Hello, I'm Pippa, and this is Lucinda.
Hello there.
And welcome to EFT. We get asked a lot, what is this thing you do, this tapping thing? What is EFT all about? Lucinda, if you were asked that question, how would you answer it?
Well, I tend to say that EFT works by tapping on various acupuncture points around the face and the upper body. It's a combination of Chinese medicine, which uses the Meridian points, and psychology. So we're going to be doing something that's slightly strange, Pippa. We're going to be tapping and talking at the same time. And people find this somewhat peculiar, as you can imagine, when they've never come across it before.
Absolutely.
So what we do is, the whole point of the Chinese part of it is that we hold our emotions in our bodies. And the Chinese meridians run through our bodies in the same way that veins and arteries run through our bodies. They run through our organs. So the emotions that we hold in our bodies, we hold in our organs in the main part of our body. And those meridians bring those emotions up to actually where ultimately they finish at the top of our head. So as we tap, we're tapping on these points in our bodies, which are lower down, that then connect with our emotions. Everything in our life is connected to an emotion or a physical happening. So with EFT, what we're doing is we are looking at something that has happened, past, present, or future. We're looking at the emotions that surround that happening. And then we are going to use those emotions. We're going to use lots of different adjectives to describe those emotions. And we're going to tap using those words to clear how they resonate within our body. Because it's those negative emotions that are holding us back. They're holding us hostage and stopping us moving forward and holding a proper and relaxed life. Yeah. I mean, they hold us hostage. As I say, they hold us hostage, and it's important that we clear them, so that when we look at that story, it has no more resonance with us than it would be if we looked out the window and said, "I can't believe it's raining again today. I wonder if I need a hat or an umbrella."
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. Actually, you've raised quite a few points that we do get asked for a bit more information on. Chinese meridian points, for example, some people don't believe in that stuff.
Absolutely.
So what I'd like to share with you is this is nothing here we're going to share with you today is really new to you. Just may not have quite connected it up. So, for example, we already use these pressure points in our everyday life. Sure. If you were feeling completely overwhelmed, stressed, if somebody says, "You're doing my head in, can you just stop?" You instinctively touch the top of your head, which Lucinda just mentioned is where all the meridian points come up. So this is one of the areas that we do tap on. If you have a headache, for example, or pain, or you're just anxious, naturally people will put their head in their hands and press on their forehead. So a lot of the points that we're going to be sharing with you today, you are familiar with, you just may not have made that connection between those points and the benefit of touching them to clear your emotions. You also mentioned about, you didn't use it, freedom. And one of the things I get asked is, why is it called emotional freedom? I don't want to lose my emotions. No, we don't clear you of all your emotions. You will still feel emotional about things.
Oh, absolutely.
But they'll be the right emotions, the emotions you want to have when you think back of on your memories. What EFT does is clear those unhelpful, those emotions that make you go, "Oh God, did I really say that? Did that really happen? I can't believe that she did that to me, he did that to me." It clears all that so that when you look back on those events, they no longer have any charge. And what a lot of our clients find, and therapists too, with their working with their own clients, is that clearing those negative emotions enables them to move on with their life, and those memories no longer pop up because they're no longer significant anymore for them. So I think that's...
And it's the freedom of knowing that you're in control.
Yes.
And being in control of your own emotions is such an important thing. And of course, when you learn how to do the tapping, you're learning how to use it for yourself on a daily basis. So you're always in control of those little irritating molehills of annoyance and anxiety and stress. And you stop them becoming something much bigger and becoming a bigger problem that may eventually morph into something else. So it is giving you that freedom of being in control.
Yes.
And I think that's the important bit.
Indeed. And you also mentioned you're going to find some adjectives today. Actually, we're really tapping on that self-talk that goes on in our heads anyway, but we say it out loud. That stuff that goes on, the little gremlin on your shoulder that's talking to you and telling you that you're useless, hopeless, can't do this. Your mother thinks this about you, whatever it might be. We're actually tapping on those thoughts, saying them out loud. And it's very powerful. And quite often people say the very act of tapping and saying out loud the thing that we fear and upsets and hurts us the most is a huge relief.
Yes, it is.
Discovering the world didn't collapse around you, that the therapist you're working with didn't recoil in shock and horror, and letting go of that sense of guilt and shame that we attach to these emotions that we carry around with us, and which actually really aren't necessary once you've cleared them out.
I would concur with all of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.